Tristan with Mahalo, and we are at Hip Cooks in West Los Angeles. And today we are going to talk about brining your turkey. So the purpose of brining turkey is to add additional flavor. Sometimes we know that turkey can get really dry after roasting in the oven, and this really offers a foolproof way for your turkey to be moist and succulent, yummy, yummy, yummy. So let's talk brining. Right in this pot here, I have 2 gallons of water that are boiling. And there is the basic brine and kind of a kicked up brine. And the basic brine is that 2 gallons of boiling water with 3/4 cups sugar and 3/4 cups salt. And if that's as far as you want to go with making the brine broth, then that's fine. We'll simply dump those items in and give them a stir. And the main point here is to dissolve the sugar and salt. So if you're happy with that simple brine, at this point, we would cool this in the fridge and then put your turkey in and your brine is done. I wanted to kick it up a little bit, show you how to use some other ingredients and really make your brine not only just salty and sweet, but add some delicious flavor. So I have the basic mirepoix here, which is our onion, and that's about 2 cups onions. This is 1 chopped carrot and 1 chopped celery stalk. So before dumping that in, I just want to make sure that the salt and sugar have dissolved, and they have. So we'll go ahead and add that flavor with the onion, celery, carrot. And then for our seasoning, I'll toss in a bay leaf, lovely bay leaf, and about a tablespoon, a little fistful of coriander. That's just what I chose to put in there. You can add peppercorn, any seed, whatever it is that you like. Flavor your broth. So give that a cursory stir. It now needs to go into the fridge until it's cooled, so about 3 hours. Some of you at home might not have this huge of a stock pot. You can certainly put your bird into a brining bag or into even a garbage bag that doesn't have any of the powder filling in it. So to be able to get this in my fridge, I need to turn the lid over. So while we're at it, I want you to kind of look at our stovetop here, and you'll notice that this is what we use here at Hip Cooks. We use these portable burners because we're a cooking school and this allows us to move around the island. Your gas stovetop, your electric stovetop will work just fine at home. So, brine into the fridge. It's heavy. Use all your muscles. And if you're using 2 pots, then just put the 2 pots in there and make sure that your brine is nice and cool to put that room temperature turkey into. So, turkey time, let's get it prepped. While the brine is in the fridge cooling for 3 hours, we're going to prep our turkey. So I've got this turkey out here, and this sucker's gonna be brined. A couple things we need to do when we take off the packaging for brining is, you'll see that there's sometimes a plastic bit in the front, or sometimes metal. This one's plastic. It's set in the way to help us take out the lovely innards of the bird. So you might just have to get your hands in there and tug it out. Okay, you might need to cut this. The neck, you can put this stuff in a pot for the gravy later. It's kind of a dirty job, but get your hand in there. The back side here has the liver, which we don't want to use for the gravy. So leave it in this little baggie and dump it out. The parts in there, why not? It's added flavor. And toss that liver. Just double check, make sure nothing's up in that area. Okay, so this part here, back to the other side, we don't need, so I'm just gonna cut it off. And you can add this to the stock pot because really all this is going to do is create a turkey-ish flavored water that will be really great with our gravy. Okay, so this turkey is pretty much ready to go. You'll see on the back side that there is, actually this is the front side, but looks like the back. You'll see that there's this extra flap of skin. Leave this on for now because if you do plan on stuffing your turkey, this is a good place to put stuffing in there, and we'll need this extra flap to kind of hold that stuffing in. So the turkey is basically prepared to go into the brining broth. Before I get the brining broth out of the refrigerator, I want to wash my hands. The 3 hours is up, so we're ready to begin brining. I'm not a huge fan of the smell of raw turkey actually, so I tend to take some citrus, either lime or lemon, and this works really well with fish too, and it kind of cleans off and de-smells my hands so I can move on. So I'm just giving them a quick rub. Let's get the brine. The reason we want to cool that down is because if you have hot brine and then you put your room temperature turkey in there, that's not a happy environment for the turkey, and you can spread salmonella or other foodborne illnesses. So really cool to room temperature, and we're good. Remember that you want to put your turkey into the brine 3 days before you serve it, because it needs at least 3 days to be good and brined. All right. So this turkey's doing a pretty good job not floating too much, but you do want it to be completely submerged, so give it a good push down. And then you want to find something in your kitchen or your garden that you can put on top of the turkey. And what I mean by garden is, if you have a brick or a big stone in your garden, give it a quick rinse, wrap it in foil, and put it in here, and that will help keep your turkey submerged. This guy's doing well, he's staying down. So we're ready to lid the brine and get it into the fridge for 3 days. Flipping my lid so it gets into the fridge, and voila! And that's brining. So the turkey's been brining for 72 hours, and we are ready to take it out of the brine. So have a cookie sheet with sides next to where your turkey is, because it is kind of tricky to get the turkey out of the big pot or out of the brining bag, whichever you're choosing to use, without bringing out some of the broth. So just get on in there with your turkey. And onto the cookie sheet. Okay. As for the brine, we're done with it. It's done its magic, and we can dump it down the sink. The turkey needs to be nice and dried off before we take our next step to getting this ready for the oven. So I've chosen today to dry the turkey with a paper towel. If you do have an extra 6 hours, feel free to put it in the refrigerator for about those 6 hours uncovered so that we can get the skin nice and dry. The dry skin will ensure that we get browned turkey and crispy skin, and if we put the turkey into the oven when it's a bit moist, then we won't get that crispness, which makes for a beautiful presentation. So our turkey is dry and it's ready to season. If you don't know how to season, check out my video on seasoning. If you'd like to see me prepare any other dishes, please send an email to request@mahalodotcom. And in the meantime, check out all of our other awesome videos.